Welcome to High Talks with Mujtaba Ahmed and Himanshu Gupta. Once more, once again, हर बार सेम चीज बोलता हूँ वही चल रहा है. Much so today we have one of my favorite, one of my most, the closest person I know I have from Pune.
Mhm.
He is one person who has been my backbone. He's one person who has taken care of me. But at the same time, I feel I've given him, I've given him the most fun he could have ever had in his college life. I was the reason. And we brought that person on. Much would you like to say something about him?
So this is the first time I'm speaking to him, but I've heard a lot of great things, and I'm very excited to hear about his story.
Yes, and his name is Punmeet Tiwari. Hi Punmeet. You'll be on left or right side. Hey!
What's up, guys?
Bro, just chilling, bro. So happy to have you on High Talks. It's a honor, I would say. 2 साल तक अपन साथ में रहे हैं, फिर 1 साल तक पूरा गैप चल गया अपन का कोविड की वजह से. फिर वापस we've still stay in touch and we're still doing well. I feel you have been doing a lot in the social service era, like not era,
Area.
and हम तो बस चल ही रहे गेमिंग करा ही रहे लोगों को.
That is also social service. It keeps people off stress.
Bro, यही तो प्यार है bro. I love it. ये तो चल रहा है direction. So Punmeet, हम जानते हैं, देखो बहुत से लोग हैं जो जानते होंगे, but people who don't know, थोड़ा एक प्यारा सा छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दो ना.
So guys, I'm Punmeet Tiwari and I'm in Pune, India. And I'm 21, just graduated, and I'm working with the Youth Congress. I'm the secretary for Youth Congress in Pune. And I also do a lot of social work under the NGO run by my family. And yeah, into a little bit of investing. That's pretty much
Ooh.
it.
Bro, you've been investing? I didn't know about this. ये थोड़ा different हो गया.
I invest with my family, like we invest in local companies, like local
Oh.
builders and all,
Oh, I thought Bitcoin.
not into the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like local companies around Pune.
Yeah. So like local builders, people we know, like micro funding types.
Microfinance.
सही है. चलो मुझ, go ahead, let's start this interview off.
Okay, so Punmeet, you've told us about who you are, and you spoke about your social work. So tell us more about that. Why is that something that's exciting to you? And even before that, you spoke about being the secretary of Youth Congress. How did that come about? Why was that something that you wanted to do?
As a child, I've been raised in a political environment. Like since I was born, my family was already in politics. And I grew up around politics. I grew up around social work. My mother was the education board chairman for the city. So yeah, and like our family was the family that started the first e-learning by a government school in Maharashtra. So like yeah, so I've seen the impact it makes on kids. I used to see how happy those kids get. When you installed a TV screen in their classroom and they were like, whoa, so cool. Like the blackboard is gone halfway and now there's a TV screen there, there's a projector. Like they used to be damn happy, especially they were from government schools. They probably didn't have TVs at home. So the fact that, when you give to someone without expecting anything in return, seeing the happiness on their faces, just something that, brings out, the desire to work for them.
Bro, to be honest, मुझे टीवी देते मैं भी खुश हो जाऊंगा लाइफ में. Even I'll be as happy as that kid, okay?
No, but like obviously, I would love to give you a TV. Why wouldn't I? But yeah, they learn from it.
No, for sure, bro. To be honest, giving something and not expecting something back, that is like really nice of you.
Yeah, to give unconditionally is to give it all.
And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough to
Yeah,
be
I
honest.
mean, like obviously there are things that you get in return. Now, like I got a relevant position for the work I did in COVID. I got awarded this place in Youth Congress. But for that, I was running around constantly for 1 year. And like
Bro,
obviously I couldn't post
Tell us
like
about the work.
I'm Tiwari, so I come from UP. So we like have a social platform for a lot of North Indians, like from all North Indian states, like not just UP. So when the Shramik trains, these were the names given to the migrant workers. So Maharashtra, it's like the most urbanized state in
Mm-hmm.
India.
Yep.
So Maharashtra gets all its migrant labor from the northern states. So when the first lockdown happened, and there was there was no vaccine in sight, there was no, once there were like 15, 20 days were gone, and people started to figure that this lockdown is not going to be lifted anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when people wanted to go home. Like,
Hmm.
I heard a call from a old mother of a migrant worker, and she was just like, कि उधर से इधर आ जा, उधर भले ही क्योर नहीं है, रहने को ठीक से रहेगा, it's a good city, it's more clean,
Yeah.
but if you ever catch COVID, here we are there to take care of you. There's no one to take care of you. You're
Hmm.
staying with other migrant workers. The moment you catch COVID, they will leave you and go.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because obviously, when initial first wave, everyone was freaking out. So
Right.
that time they all wanted to go home. And those numbers were not small. So that's where our first COVID work started. Because we started getting a lot of calls that people were being scammed into, like, oh, we'll drop you till here. My poor people were being,
Taken advantage of.
defrauded for their
Mm-hmm.
money, and they were left with nothing. So at that time, we were helping them get onto trains.
Oh.
And that very time, Congress was sponsoring trains that were going all the way to North India, like different states.
Hmm.
At that time, obviously the bigger leaders were sponsoring the trains. We were giving little contributions. But the big leaders couldn't be on the ground giving them food. They had no food. They had no water. They didn't have blankets to sleep on. If they're waiting for a train that gets postponed, they're sleeping on the station with nothing, just a bag on their head. They had no blankets, nothing. So at that time, for the first 2 months of COVID, when everything was very serious, everyone was very worried. These people just wanted to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So in total, we sent about 60,000 people home. So, and all those 60,000 people were sent home with fresh water, biscuits, snacks. Blankets were an issue because blankets could have been a means of transmitting. At times, the police allowed us to give them blankets, and at times, we were not allowed to give them blankets. But yeah, so we were giving them the basic necessities to go home. And obviously, we were also organizing the trains that were taking them home.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's how the work started. Then we started after this took off, people started to get to know about it. So we
Mm-hmm.
started getting calls from local slums. We don't have water here, we don't have food here, we're running out of supplies. So we would contact, like we have big NGOs who have a lot of funding, but they don't know where to give, who to give. They don't have a ground network. So we
Yeah.
contacted them. Obviously, we can't, supply to 2,000 households
Yeah.
because that's a lot of money. So we contacted these NGOs, two, three NGOs. They would make ration kits, and we would be the ones to go to these slums, or organize a camp, on an open ground where social distancing could have been maintained. And these people would come. They would take their ration kits, dal, rice, atta. All of this was given in that one ration kit, and for like a four people household for around a month. So like every 2, 3 weeks, we were having these camps. And this went on throughout the second wave as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro, you guys are doing noble stuff out there. The only thing I knew was Punmeet is like Insta story पे उसकी वाला bicep दिख रही है, पानी उठा रहा है उसमें, डाल रहा है इधर से उधर. And bro, you posted a video or picture, yeah, where you were like holding water or like some wafers
Yeah,
or
because
something.
and honestly, the only reason we had to do that, like my mother, she's like 55, she has diabetes, she has, high blood pressure. She
Mm-hmm.
was still out there doing all of this, even though she had pre-morbidity, she was doing that out there. Obviously, we had all this,
Hmm.
she was double masked, gloves, everything. But the problem was at that time, people were not volunteering to help. So we had to jump in, like old people were themselves coming over there and helping. Like there's a Sadhu Vaswani group. It's full of like, elders and like obviously youngsters as well. But the elders, you see 60-year-old people out on the ground helping people. Ki, oh, take this. You have nothing to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that it was a very hectic time because we were the ones doing the physical labor because the laborers were leaving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's really noble work, man. इतना मुझे भी नहीं पता तो मैं आ जाता ब्रो दुबई से फ्लाइट बनती बस ये बात है क्या कर सकते हैं bro but I remember when the COVID hit bro I remember my dad called me in the morning he's like 6 बजे की टिकट बुक कर चुका हूँ आ जा आज के आज
I remember we were all, in college that, bro, कल तो एग्जाम है आज एडमिट कार्ड मिल रहे हैं. And then the collector declared all colleges will be shut. And we're like, yay!
bro I got to know of that thing like that news like I think 2-3 hours before the exam by the way किसी ने बताया नहीं मुझे so
Because the collector's news only came out at 11 o'clock
हाँ तो
in the night.
oh in the night oh okay so basically we wake up and like हमारा exam is like at 12 or something and you wake up and you're like oh exam is cancelled अच्छा okay then dad is calling तू दुबई आ रहा है I'm like oh ये भी चल रहा है क्या
No, actually, that's not how I reacted. Like, I got the mail, I got a call from the friend, bro, did you check the mail? College center mail. I was like, what mail? He's like, check it. And like, obviously, you woke up, you're like, oh, exam is cancelled. And I was like, yay, exam is cancelled because I didn't study.
bro I studied also man so much I studied
I mean, I studied, but I knew I hadn't studied
dude
enough.
I studied the only semester I studied for was that and उसी time cancel हुआ I studied for like an entire week I remember bro like
1 week.
bro 1 week bro everyone was coming over he was coming over Shubho was coming over everyone from Pune is coming over to the house and like chilling and मैं वहाँ ऊपर बैठ के balcony में अपने अलग से पढ़ रहा हूँ बैठ के I don't know what I had notes ready everything
The
फिर last दिन
penthouse.
bro penthouse bro उसको भी याद करता हूँ काफी यादों में चल रहा है मेरा अभी तक पुणे आऊँगा but yeah bro what you're doing is super noble but tell me something where did all of this work start bro because we know something
Like, you mean, where did the desire for all this work start?
yeah at what age would you say it started bro
With me, I think I started working. So I obviously started working with my mom. And like she's always been in the political scene and the social workers. She's been a social worker for like as long as I've known my mom. I think around 13, 14, like one of my birthdays, mom was like, it's your birthday, let's do something. And then we emptied my wardrobe. She asked me, what do you wear? What do you not wear? And everything that I didn't wear was taken out, put it in a bag. And she's like, come, we have to go shopping. I'm happy. Yay, birthday shopping. We go to a very mediocre store, like where you can buy clothes in a large quantity. You don't have to spend much.
yeah
So yeah, my mom was like, yeah, what do you like? I was like, yeah, I like this, I like that. She picks up 10 of the same thing. She picks up 10 of that. And I'm like, that's good. Like, why would I have need 10 sets of clothes which look the
That's how you
same?
know.
Cool. Let's see. And like she started buying sizes that are smaller than me. I'm confused now. Then we fill that in another bag. Then we go to an orphanage. And also my toys, a lot of my toys. I was a spoiled brat as a child. It's just changed.
okay
I was one of those kids. If you don't give me the toy, I'll sit down and start crying. When at the age of 7, I was like, you don't give that to me, I'm gonna sit and cry on the floor.
Hey, bro, I didn't expect that from you, but guess what? We know something which you haven't spoken about. Bro, मैं जब बोलता हूँ कि मैं रिसर्च करने वाला हूँ तो मैं रिसर्च करता हूँ. And Muj, where's the research gone? Okay, first one. Okay, Muj, go for it.
So we came across an article. It says 11-year-old Pune boys creative toy with the foil. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, research, wow, 10 years ago कभी ढूंढ लिया मैंने.
Not 13, 11. Guys, it's been doing it for 10 years now.
Yes, sir. So tell us more about it.
That article is actually that's a really funny story. So obviously we all went to school. सब डब्बा लेके जाते थे. तो डब्बे में रोटी मिलती थी. So the roti was packed in a silver aluminum foil. So the aluminum foil was like, okay, खोला खाया क्रश किया फेंक दिया, make a ball out of it, throw it at a friend, cool.
Yeah. So
Catch.
Yeah. But one day I just got that foil. I was like, this is an alternative to clay. Like, I don't know, for some reason my 10-year-old head went in the direction, bro, ye clay hai.
क्या बात?
I made a dog out of it. My class teacher saw it and she's like, "What are you playing with?" She yelled at me. She's like, "It has four legs, it has a head." And it actually looked like a dog. She's like, "Is this a dog?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I tried." Next day, my dad is called to school. I'm worried. And then the teacher is like, your son does these little things. Like, I've seen him play with this foil, and she kept it with herself that day. And she showed it to my father. And my father was like, interesting, cool. And then we go home. He tells my mom comes to me, give me a fresh sheet of, that foil roll. He's like, do what you want.
Acha.
And I was like, cool. That way it started. A year later, I had 500 miniatures. I made a cricket stadium, cars. I had made toys with it. Those, they were like tops, but if you spin it, it would glide for a bit. And it was completely
Basics.
shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
bro.
was in the craft. I am into craft now also. I had made a Eiffel Tower out of ice cream sticks as a child as well.
तो मतलब टैलेंट सर ये तो मुझे पता भी नहीं था
I think all of us used to watch na Art Attack. I used to try making that in.
oh, that makes
That's
sense
where I got it.
that makes sense oh, dude I also used to watch it but I used to never make anything out of it to be honest
Yeah, I used to watch it. I'm like, नहीं, नहीं होगा, मुझसे नहीं होगा.
मेरी औकात से बाहर है sorry yeah but yeah we found the article and we will be showing it right now in the middle and done yeah so bro थोड़ा research करना पड़ता है ना तो I was like okay let's find out and bro it was the first result I wrote Punmeet Tiwari Google पे first thing
We're like, geek on it.
yeah
Then we saw it, we're like,
I think it was in the DNA newspaper, right?
yeah well that's a reputed one also so good job bro I like it okay
Thanks, boys.
Much,
Thanks
let's
for the research. I
continue
feel honored.
bro let's go for it let's continue
okay. So you spoke about, how you've been doing stuff since you were so young, right? 11, so over like 10 years now. And, what you did over the last year in terms of helping these guys make it through COVID. So how do you see yourself in, let's say, in the next 5 years? Like, what do you aim to do? What's one of the biggest challenges you think, India is facing that you want to help resolve, that you want to make an impact in?
See, right now, one of the main issues is that we have a lot of uneducated old people running the show. Like, it's sad to say, but when I say old, they're all 70 plus.
yeah
Yeah, like they're sitting at the top, they can barely walk, but they're the ones giving out the commands. Like, I have nothing against old people, but the thing is that they're not open to new things. Like the ones right now who are running the show are not open to new things. I wouldn't mind taking advice from a 70-year-old. I wouldn't mind working under a 70-year-old as long as he takes my inputs as well. Obviously, I would listen to him. I would take his orders. But they don't. They have put themselves on a pedestal where they think they know it all. Especially the problem is that they're uneducated. They're good managers. And also they've been good revolutionaries. But as of now, India used to be a very young nation. Now we're not. We are not even an underdeveloped nation. We're a developing nation. And sooner or later, the UN has to take us in the permanent 5 members because we're huge.
Yeah.
Population wise, military wise, economic strength wise, we're huge. And the world is not recognizing that because the people running the show are not letting India explore its proper, capabilities. What we need is, we've had these revolutionaries, we've had these netas, who give a speech and then thousands and lakhs of people lose their minds like, wow, what a guy. We're done with those days. Country is together, we're all united. Everyone knows what we want. We don't need to be told what we want anymore. But now how to get what we want is where we're stuck. There we need economics.
Is this
There
why?
we need, yeah, go on.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
So there we need people in the technical field. We need technically educated people who know stuff. We need people who work in the science field. We don't need people with fake degrees running the show. Like I don't want to name anyone, but a very popular person has a degree from I think around 30 or 40 years ago, and the degree is printed in a Microsoft font that was made 12 years ago.
Yeah, let's not name anyone, but yeah, we
Yeah.
understood.
So yeah, we need people who actually have been educated, who know what management is, how to manage a nation, how to run economy, how to run an economy, how to handle any kind of market fluctuation. Because especially in a growing economy, we need to be able to handle inflation. Like India, like look at the petrol prices, man. I was recently in Dubai and like my friend goes like, bro, he has a sports car and he's like, bro, 2000 में full होता है. I'm like, that's a sports car. And I have a Honda City. Like it's a common man's car in India, the Honda City. It takes me 4K, bro.
Indian petrol is really expensive.
Yeah.
But tell me something, Punmeet. Okay, this issue is happening, but where can we see in the next 5 years that Punmeet Tiwari is there as the pioneer or as the symbol? He's taking care of this entire thing. कहाँ पर है तू भाई?
Obviously, my ambitions are huge. I obviously aim to go to Delhi. My aim is
Okay.
to go to Delhi one day or the other. In the coming 5 years, I see myself working on the local body. That's basically PMC, like the the body that runs the city.
Yeah.
I see myself as a member or as a corporator or as one of these officers. I'm like also considering doing my MBA outside India, so which is why I might have to postpone my local body idea for a bit. And I also, at the back of my head, there's this one voice telling me that, bro, go for IAS, go for IPS, go for the Indian civil services. So yeah, I mean,
वो जा सकता है
mm,
bro.
yeah, that is there. That is an option. Obviously, I've graduated, so I can't try for IAS right now. I have to study for that. But right as of now, coming 2 years, I'm gonna try to work for the local body. If that doesn't go through, then I will go outside for my further education, or I'll complete my further education, postgrad in Pune, and work simultaneously. Then maybe again try for local body.
Bro, I don't think you'll have to try. I think you're the fit candidate. तू घुसने वाला है और तू घुस जाएगा. जो भी ट्राई करेगा तू पहुंच जाएगा वहां पर.
I
है ना?
honestly believe that I am the fit character for this. I'm the fit person for this. I can do it, but the thing is, the masses of India, they still run on a very backward mentality. So yeah, my goal in the next 5 years is to change that mentality so that people are like, oh, a 21-year-old or 22-year-old, let's give him a chance.
Bro,
Otherwise, they say, bro, he barely voted. What does he know?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. इसमें टाइम तो लगेगा अभी.
Yeah, and I think your initiative, right, of what your family believes in terms of educating the masses, right, starting from schools, right, the fact that you're in youth congress, all this culminates to that dream of being able to give people a broader view of life, right, instead of being so narrow-minded and being so limited as to what they know. They'll now be able to think about things that they never thought of before, right? And that only comes with education. That only comes with empowering the youth.
Exactly.
It's not something that you can get with the current state of things. And this is a direction that can, see positive impacts in what you want to do. And I think that's super interesting. I think it's a very lovely story, and it's a story that can potentially have these large impacts and make differences in the world, right? Rather than just be someone who's talking, you'll be someone who's doing, someone who's creating that impact.
Exactly.
And that's very, very inspiring to me.
Yeah, like right now, India has that mentality. Oh, he speaks well. Oh, he can grab the masses just by his speech. Yeah, but he grabbed the masses. He got into the government. He's the leader. What is he doing after that? 4 years later, another election comes again. He gives out speeches again. He gets re-elected. What did he do in those 4 years? Nobody cares.
That's true, bro. It's all about the
Show
election
business
time
needs
right
to end.
now. Yeah.
The show business in India needs to end, and like people need to start looking at, you know, leaders who are actually doing some business. Like this is real
Ground.
business. This guy means business. He's working. Like the roads are getting better. People are coming above the poverty line. That's the impact that we need. We do not need people who are just like, yeah, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you, and yay.
Oh yes. Bro, but seriously, bro, I काफी इंस्पायर्ड हूँ ना मैं काफी ज्यादा हम लोग कुछ तो करना अब इंडिया के लिए कुछ करना है हाई टॉक्स को इंडिया में बढ़ाएंगे अपन यू वर थिंकिंग लाइक यू नो वी गो एंड लाइक यू नो एक्सप्लोर द एंटायर वर्ल्ड अब लग रहा है इंडिया के लिए कुछ करके जाते हैं ब्रो तेरे साथ ही करते हैं कुछ ना कुछ हो जाएगा ब्रो साथ में काम करेंगे तो but yeah bro what you're thinking is what your objective or where you plan to be you have my support you have Mujtaba's support and I'm quite sure
Obviously.
हमारे जो high players हैं I am sure they'll be supporting you throughout अभी 9,000 पे पहुंच चुका है soon 9 लाख पे पहुंच जाएगा soon 9 करोड़ पे पहुंच जाएगा तो पहुंच ही जाएगा तब तक तो कर ही लेंगे अपन कुछ ना कुछ
Yes. And high tournaments, like obviously, like Youth Congress will, you know, once we get a wider, you know, body where people are more accepting, we'll promote gaming as well with politics. Like you should game for, you know, reducing stress.
bro everyone's playing it anyways like I know like
Next thing you know, 10 years down the line, Lok Sabha body, once the break begins, you know, the session is adjourned for a bit, everyone's out with their phone. Hey, high tournaments is hosting a match, guys. Join.
इस बार क्या बोलते हैं इलेक्शंस होंगे गेम्स पे चलो खेलते हैं जो गेम जीत गया उसकी क्या बोलते हैं लाइक यू नो गवर्नमेंट नहीं एक्चुअली नहीं कर सकते पर हाँ इट वुड बी क्वाइट फनी मुझे मैंने आज स्पोक अबाउट दिस लाइक यू नो नहीं वो ये जोक मार नहीं सकते यार मुझे मारने का मन है you know what yeah
Things even I wanted to do that I couldn't.
yeah
We are diplomatically correct right now.
bro पर मुझे बहुत मजा आया you know the joke right
No, no. Tell it to me later. No.
bro I'll tell you at the end okay and hopefully like you know whoever stays till the end like of this video you guys will get to know the joke and it's too good okay boys, let's continue
Yes, yes.
yeah
So, Punmeet, how would you inspire the next generation? What would you tell them to do, and how would you tell them to think differently? Suppose you're in front of 1,000 people, right? If there's one message you want them to take away from what you're saying, what would that message be?
Actually, I don't want to inspire the next generation. I just want to tell the next
The next-
generation
yeah,
to
yeah.
study. I want to inspire my generation. I'm
Your
21, bro.
वो भी चलेगा सब
So,
किसी को भी
How
yeah,
do you
for my
inspire our
generation. So, yeah, for our generation, what I would like to say is that, you know, obviously get done with your studies. I'm getting done with mine. All of y'all start getting to work. Stop relying on your parents. Get off your butts. Am I allowed to say that?
yeah अरे
Ah,
आराम से कुछ भी
get
बोलो।
get off your butts. You know, don't think of, you know, what will my friends think. Get a job, even if it's a small job. Get a job. Or if your parents run a business, they're like go to the shop, go to your office, go with your father, go with your mother, wherever you won't have to go. Start working, man. Like start working, start doing something. And obviously, once you're doing something, start helping others as well.
Bro,
First,
that's
help yourself. Help yourself. This generation is very addicted to sitting on their butts. I'm telling you, me. Obviously, I used to work, but I'm not as much as I did like I do now. I didn't work that much when I was 18. When I was 18, I used to be one of like a proper teenage kid, you know, like sit on my butt. Yeah, okay, college is on. Let's go to college, study, give my exams, come back home, chill with my friends. Don't live that life. Yeah,
body
party
तो
and all.
काफी
That
अच्छी
is
थी
not
bro।
sports वगैरह यार,
हाँ।
भगवान का दिया सब कुछ है।
दौलत है, शोहरत है.
घर है, पैसा है, गाड़ी है, बस. Yeah, all that is there, but yeah, like our generation needs to get off their butts. Like, stop taking money from your parents, guys.
Mm.
It's about time. Your parents, like, they were earning at this age,
Yeah.
and they are where they are right now. If you
Because
want to
of
be
that.
bigger than that, then you should have started a while ago.
Yeah, right.
Because the competition is increasing. The competition will keep increasing. But like, Indians don't stop, breeding. So the competition is going to increase. So yeah, like, get off your asses, do some work,
Yes, bro.
something. If
Yeah,
even if you're not earning,
मैं
intern
अभी
or
कुछ
work.
करूंगा, मैं अभी जा रहा हूँ भागने के लिए. कुछ ना कुछ
Yeah, like,
करूंगा.
do something. You work out, man. I have a friend. He works out. Bro, he's inspired so many people, and right now he's one of the biggest names in Indian YouTube bodybuilding.
वो
Like, you
गोवा
can
वाला,
Google him, Saket Gokhale.
वो गोवा वाला,
What?
वो गोवा वाला, तूने गोवा की बताई ना?
No.
Oh, that's different guy.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this guy's from Pune and he's into vlogging, and like, he's amazing. He's an inspiration to me as well.
Mhm.
I text him whenever I have doubts, and I'm just like, okay, this guy's not doing any business. He did something that he liked, and now he is earning from it. He is an ambassador for a big company.
Mm.
Like, you can search him on YouTube, Saket Gokhale. Like, he is an inspiration to me. When I look at his body, I'm just like, wow. Like, he's doing something.
Yeah.
No, for sure,
Just
bro.
do something you like.
Mm.
And वो कौन सी थी, Three Idiots.
Mhm.
Don't run behind success, run behind excellence. Success
Sir.
झक मार के आएगी.
अरे सर, मतलब क्या चल रहा है यार, मतलब मोटिवेशन
No, I mean, just do what you like, man. Like, just keep doing what you like. Like, I like politics. I like I've grown up around it. I grew up around it, so it's an area of interest for me. I grew up around, like, the family business. Like, I saw my family handling it at a very young age. I started going to the shop with my father. I started going out with my mom, for different kind of deals, investments, and all. I started seeing this at a very young age. So, I was just like, yeah, I want to do this too. Your first role models in your life are your parents. So that's where I got it from.
क्या बात है, what an interview you're giving. It's like पूरा prep करके आए थे, has been giving interviews for life right now.
I'll
मतलब
honestly tell you, I was out for a friend's birthday party before.
अरे सर,
When you sent me the Zoom call link, I had just washed my face and gotten out of the washroom.
bro, you sound very prepared. Okay? As if like you said 13 years से you've been, like, since you were 13 you've been into politics. It looks like since 13 you've been giving interviews. You're like, इस
I
बार
haven't been in politics since I was 13. I have been around this. I've been understanding this.
My bad.
Yeah. Politics is the new. It's a new field. I want to explore it.
Bro, but anyways, bro, thank you so much for coming on High Tournaments. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to have
I'm
you.
really glad that, high tournaments is just not looking only into the gaming aspect. And talking about gaming, I've been a gamer since I was 7.
Oh.
PS2.
अरे
Obviously,
t-shirt,
first started with
t-shirt,
PC, started with PC.
t-shirt तो दिखा.
PS2. Like, God of War 1 and 2 was like, I mean, like, let's not go
Yeah.
into the age aspect. I was very young.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I didn't understand shit back then. So yeah, God of War was my go-to game. Then I started playing, those football games. Then later PS3 came in and the games got better. And I was like, okay, now we're into some intense stuff.
Yeah.
I had one of those PS4 platinum thingies I got.
The trophies.
And I was like, okay, the games on this are really cool. Friends never gamed. Back then, my friends never gamed. I bought 4 controllers. हाँ, I was like, दोस्तों को बुलाइए घर पे party पे. दोस्तों को बुलाया. I had a summer vacation where all my friends were at my house every day, every single day. My parents got tired after the point. They're like, when are we going to have family time? All the time your friends are at home. And we were barely like 12, I guess, back then when PS3
Hmm.
was there. So like I was very young and I was intensely gaming the whole time. I used to put on Black Ops and I used to go online. That time
That was
Black
a
Ops
vibe.
2 had an online multiplayer
Yeah,
thing and
bro,
it
Black
was
Ops was
free.
wild.
That was a vibe. That was a vibe. Coming after
Yeah.
school or just playing over the summers.
Used to call friends over
Nothing like it.
zombies. If there's only one friend over, then multiplayer split screen. It was a crazy thing. Like I have been into gaming a lot. My lockdown, I'll tell you what used to happen. So when I told you I used to go to the train station, I used to give out food.
Mhm.
Go at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, go at 10 a.m. Anytime, whatever the time,
Hmm.
the train is supposed to be. Come back 12:30 a.m. Come back 11:30 p.m. Put on
Mhm.
your headset, put on your PS4. Boys, I'm on.
Let's
It's
go.
Warzone time. It's Warzone time. We went through the GTA online phase. We went through a Warzone phase, bro. Online gaming was my only escape during the work that I did. It was my
Mhm.
only recreational escape. Like, obviously, I loved what I was doing, but
Hmm.
after the point, work takes a toll on you. And
Mhm.
something like gaming, like,
Hmm.
I don't know why it's a new thing to people. Like, a lot of people that I know have never gamed, through their life. They've never been into the whole gaming scene, video games thanks to mobile gaming, which has gotten which has upgraded a lot lately.
Yeah, sir. Yes,
Earlier,
sir.
mobile gaming used to be a joke, honestly, a
Yeah,
joke to
yeah, yeah.
me.
Same, same.
Yeah.
And now it's the
And even
fastest
I
thing.
was I was playing Call of Duty on the phone for a very long time during the
Mm.
second wave.
Hmm.
Because when we were stuck in the houses during the second wave, and suppose my PS4 friends aren't online, I
Mm.
call
Oh
my
my
other
god.
friends. Like, "Oh, chalo, phone pe khelenge, same game."
Bro, अपन ने साथ में क्यों नहीं खेला bro? We both play COD Mobile all the time.
I had a very short-lived Call of Duty mobile phase, and I had
Ah,
like these four friends who used to call me, "Will you come online?" And I was like, "हाँ, मैं आता हूँ." We used to go
अरे.
online, and yeah. Otherwise, I've always been a console gamer. So since I was a kid, I've been into console gaming. So you develop this, um, let's say a bond towards console
Mm,
gaming.
mm, mm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very tough for me to get Mujtaba from the mobile gaming also.
Took like 6 months.
No,
Yeah.
I'll tell you honestly, my longest gaming has actually been on PC. I got yelled at that day because I sat through 11 hours of non-stop Age of Empires online
Oh, oh.
on my PC. My dad was going to sleep. He saw me playing. He's like, "हाँ, cool, सो जाएगा." लेट सोएगा, 1-2 बजे सोएगा. Wakes up in the morning, comes open my room. I'm attacking someone's colony. I'm like, I'm gonna screw this guy up. I'm intense, full intense mode. Huh? Like, obviously I'm winning because it's me. And my dad comes and he's like, क्या कर रहा है? And he pulls the plug.
Oh, damn. ब्रो हमारे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ हुआ है लाइक रात को लाइक लॉकडाउन टाइम ओनली वंस आई गॉट हिम एंड माय अदर बॉयज टू प्ले कॉड मोबाइल रात के 10 बजे वी वुड ऑल लाइक गेट डन विद आवर वर्क डिनर हो गया सब आते हैं बैठ के 5 लोग वी यूज्ड टू प्ले कॉड मोबाइल ओके मॉम कम्स इन शी इज लाइक गुड नाइट आई एम लाइक गुड नाइट ओके रात के 3 बज गए मॉम कम्स इन टू रूम शी लाइक क्या कर रहा है I'm like कौन मोबाइल शी लाइक किसके साथ मैं बस सेम 5 लोगों के साथ शी लाइक बंद कर I'm like okay she goes to sleep dad wakes up at 6 o'clock he's like what the hell is wrong with you बंद कर यार ये क्या चल रहा है
I
but bro
love
we
the
used to
pause after what the.
वो थोड़ा सा
Youth.
No,
censorship
I'll tell you how down bad have I been for gaming.
ऐसा
So
करा
obviously after such an incident, dad pulled the plug on the Wi-Fi, changed the password, and he required the password for his work, obviously. So his PC had had the internet, and I sneakily had watched him type the password once.
अरे
And what I do is I am like, "Ki fine. If I go at night, he will kick me out. He'll slap me, and I'll have to go to my bed crying." So I was very young. I think I must have been 11 or 10 at this point. I go into his room. I sneak into his room at 7 a.m. I'm like, क्या ही कर लेंगे सुबह है? I mean, he slept
yeah
well, and it's
yeah
a Sunday morning. I've gone into his room. I turn on the. That time there was this phase of Farmville
Mm.
oh
Facebook game.
sir yes bro
Yeah.
everyone knows that
Yeah, yeah. So Yeah, I was like कि Farmville नहीं खेला बहुत time से, Farmville खेलेंगे. So Farmville had this annoyingly loud tune when it started. Like till the entire loading screen,
Yeah.
it used to be very quiet. And I had no idea मेरे dad जब अपनी movie देख रहे थे, dad ने full volume किया था, and he went to sleep. After that, I turn it up. For some reason, the Windows startup has not made a sound yet. I'm like, cool,
क्या बात है?
hasn't made a sound yet. Probably fake Windows रहेगा. So I log on to Internet Explorer, no, so yeah, the Firefox. I log on to Firefox. I go Facebook, Farmville, login, loading screen. Bang! The sound starts. उठते पीछे से अरे अरे you left it on full volume, not my fault. He's like, it's a Sunday, I want to sleep, man.
Bro. Bro, I feel gaming has connected, like everyone has gaming stories, yeah. That is one thing, like starting with tha ki gaming is for kids, yeah. It's changing as time is progressing. As you said, कि time is changing, people are getting educated. धीरे धीरे अपन ही करा रहे हैं सबको, मतलब थोड़ा motivate कर रहे हैं धीरे धीरे. People like you and your family is putting an effort to actually empower the whole like the people, the uneducated people. When they get educated, obviously they're working the entire day. घर पूरे दिन में काम किया, रात को आके जैसे तू बोल रहा है कि de-stressing, virtual gaming is the way to go, yeah. Online gaming is the way to go. Even they get into it, and then they come on to high tournaments, and then they play games with us, and that is how life has been going. So I think we are onto a phase where India is going to be really great with आपकी guidance, है ना, and our support. Support के लिए तो हम है ही, है ना. So bro, when it comes to support, again, like I would, as I said, I'm really thankful you could come on, okay, and we'll keep this call short, because I feel the amount of conversations we have between us.
There's gonna be a part 2 for sure.
Bro, part 2 क्या series बनने वाला है. Okay, there's gonna be a whole series where we'll just have Punmeet, and I think we require it. Not just because we are having a good time. I think the stories you have to tell, they'll not empower. Like I feel they'll motivate. They'll motivate a lot of people, and these are stories that need to be told to these people. When I'm hearing from you, okay, you've helped so many people in the COVID time like this, I feel like मुझे भी इंडिया में होना चाहिए. थोड़ा सा कष्ट. If I could do something, I should have done something.
No, if you would have been in India, I would have told you, come, you stay with me. You stay with me in my room. You are working with me. Every morning you're waking up, you're coming to the train station. Every morning you're waking up, we're going to the camps, we're distributing. We're going to the slums, we're distributing ration.
Bro, I would have 100% done it. But anyways, man, much closing remarks.
This was an honor.
अरे sir, अब ऐसा यार प्यार ये क्या हो रहा है? अब तो प्यार दिखा रहा हो.
We'll let
Yeah,
Punmeet
the
have
hell
the
Yeah.
close.
But we go for it. Closing words. Tell us.
Closing words.
How was your experience
Guys,
with High Talks overall?
High Talks is amazing. This is my first ever interview, or like ever, like I've been on like a talk kind of a thing. So I was really excited. Yay. Someone considered me. So yeah, High Tournaments has been amazing. I have the app. All my friends have the app. Yeah, and
Thank you so
Himanshu bhai
much.
to hai. Himanshu
Yes.
bhai. So yeah, I like to game, and High Tournaments is the way to go. So guys,
Love
get on High Tournaments. Call your friends. These guys have your back.
And Punmeet has our back. So yeah, it's sorted.
Himanshu was so used to having plugs, he became everyone's gaming plug.
People who know about it, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Details के साथ है नहीं. By the way, Punmeet was one, so हमारा farewell चल रहा था. And I remember Punmeet, I think I still have a video where Punmeet, like there are like 300, 400 people, yeah. And Punmeet comes on he's on his laptop, and there are a couple of more people with him. पूरे boys, yeah. And they are showing the High Tournaments app, and they're like, "Manchula, support."
We need to find that photo and put it up right now.
Bro, नहीं last में outro से पहले I'll play that video. I'll play that video. I'll plug
That's
that
what I
in. So yeah, Punmeet, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
We'll see you soon. Yeah. So okay, that's done. Okay, so guys, that was Punmeet Tiwari, one and only man. Actually, the only man I consider my inspiration, and like I'm sure he inspired a lot of people.
Definitely inspired me.
He did? Okay. चलो फिर मुझे इंडिया चले.
Let's go.
Social service करने के लिए.
So
But-
guys,
let's go for it.
let us know what you think. Were you inspired by this story? Let us know in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, turn that notification bell icon on, and we'll see you on the
Yeah.
next High Talks.
And guys, remember, please subscribe. It's free. If you guys don't like our content, you can always unsubscribe. So yeah, thank you so much, man.